Okie dokie, we're doing the 2,893 kilometre service, intermediate oil change. That is a dumb setup. So this is a Nissan thing, people, right? Watch, I'll show you what we're doing. We don't have to do this, but we want to. That's it, that's it. Right, so we just wanted to take the cover off, right? So you take the front bolts out. One of them's sitting here still. It was a bit stuck. There you go, grab that one as well. And then you got to lift the front of the cover up to get to these ones. It's not like a Toyota where it just clips on. Yeah, look at that. That is ridiculous. So you got to sort of bend it up a little bit.
And you got to align it to...
Yeah, to get it started, it's going to be fun. You're going to have to reach in there over a hot engine. Oh my goodness. Change on any vehicle. Take the cap off. Where's the dipstick? Where's the dipstick? Where's the dipstick? Oh, look, that yellow thing there. That's it. Just pull that up a little bit. Sit it on the positive of the battery there so it shorts out. That's it, Nelly. Beautiful. All right, let's put it up in the air and see if we can find a sump plug. I found myself a genuine Nissan oil filter. And look, washer solution and a sump plug washer. Beautiful. And I heard along the grapevine, this is the stuff these engines love. So I reckon it'll do for now. We'll give it some and see what it says. Now, this is a quick oil change video on the Y62 Patrol. Trying to keep it short and sweet. We need to take these bash plate underneath here off. 12mm bolts. I'll let my offsider do that while we quickly take a walk underneath the car and show you what's different about this compared to a Prado really quickly. Bagging out the Nissan. Like the sump's right here, unprotected by anything at all, the engine oil sump, and it's lower than the cross member. That is bad. Right, so you're scraping along the tracks. Next thing you know, you've got a hydraulic right here at the underneath the bottom of the chassis waiting to get smashed on. I don't like that. Let's continue. There's some sticks and debris on the track. They get caught up at these wires along the side of the transmission and rip those out. That's not good. All right, let's just keep going here. Let's not pick on it too much. Exhaust a bit low, but it'll be all right. What is this guard protecting the exhaust from the fuel tank? Yeah, but on the Prado, it'll just slide over this fuel tank going here. You're gonna like hit that and just, this is gonna get completely destroyed. Let's keep moving. Fuel tank, no worries. Prop shaft, no worries. Exhaust, no worries. Rest of the chassis, no worries. We get to here, we've got some cables, handbrake cables or something probably. I haven't looked at it. The rear lower control arms, everything looks like it'll be all right, but to me, it looks very prone to getting sticks caught up on these, which is not going to be a big deal, but it could rip those off. Let's keep going. There's got to be one more thing. Spare tire underneath is never exciting, but the last thing that I want to show you is the ABS line on the back of the rear lower control arm. Once again, fairly low, and it could get a stick or something and some sensors here that could get caught underneath it. Anyway, let's get back to the oil change. And we just worked out the bolts are not 12s, they're 13s because it's a Nissan. This ain't no Toyota. There's the oil filter. We're going to get that off. It's actually going to probably leak all over the chassis here. Looks like they've got a nice little guard here to help stop that from happening. So let's give it a try out and see what happens, eh? Nissan oil filter. You probably don't have to do this at 3,000 Ks, but for me, it's more about the time because this vehicle was built late 2024 and it's now May. It's May, isn't it still? Not for long, it's nearly June 2025. Remember what I said about petrol engines? I want the oil out within 6 months, regardless of kilometres. I don't care if that one's done 2,000 Ks. It means you've done all this start, stop, cold starts, flooding, contaminating the oil with garbage that isn't protecting the engine as well anymore. I want peak condition for my 298 kilowatts. So since I'm in here doing it, it's going to get a new oil filter, sump plug. What do we got, mate? But it should be a, they're normally, aren't they a 14? It's been a while since I've done Nissans.
No, it's 14, but it's loose 13.
It's a loose 14, get a single hex 14 then. Let's get a single hex. I want to see, yeah, that's it, okay. Can I have a feel? Can I just have the socket for a minute? Because I just want to feel for myself. Telephone, pick up the telephone. It is a 14, it's just your 14's crap, that's all. That's right, let's pop that out. All right, mate, everyone's watching. Oh, nicely done. And now it's just finger tight. If I turn that anymore, I'll start getting dirty hands. Let me just get out of your way. How long since you've done an oil change on a petrol? You've been doing a few petrols lately?
No.
It's going to come in your face, mate. Go around the other side. I mean, it's going to splash in your face. Well, it's going to come in your face. You know what I meant, though? I'm not trying to sound dirty. It's just the way it turned out. Can I just have a look at some of that oil on your fingers? Because you've got oil on anyway. Just a little bit. That's it. Yeah, just hold it there. It's actually look really good. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Do you mind just putting your fingers in it a bit more? See all that browny, disgustingly yuck It's not the worst oil you've seen, people. It's not bad, right? But look at it. That is not golden or anything like it. That's why I'd bye-bye sell it. That's the bloody 300 series 5 point whatever. I reckon this takes close to 6 litres, I think. I did look it up, but I can't remember. But we'll work it out. I mean, it's simple things, mate. Anybody can do stuff like this. No need to take it to the kids. Seems to just be coming out really slowly, though, once it gets it. That's interesting that it's a constant run at slow speed. It's really weird. It's like it's been rocking around. Something's draining out, right? Ah, yeah, right, okay. I'm no expert on these engines, but this is what they do apparently. Different to a lot of other vehicles because they'll do what it's kind of doing now instead of do what that was a bit different. That was. Hey mate, where's that oil filter? Right here next to the genuine Toyota parts, mate. But it's a genuine Nissan parts. Here we go, the Nissan oil filter. Wonder where that's made. Nissan Motor Core Limited. Beautiful. Look.
How come you got a blue and this one's white?
Wow. Each day of the week they give you a different colour. I happen to go in on Tuesday. Time delay, time delay. Look at that. Doesn't even look like it's had an oil change, does it? Look, we didn't scratch the drain plug. We didn't leave any mess there. We cleaned it all. It just looks like it hasn't been touched. That's what you want. Now this one's coming off. This is going to get messy. That's why I'll let you do it. Just get, oh, hang on, watch it. No, stop. Trust me. Bring it up closer because I'll tell you what's going to happen. It's going to run and shoot off the back of the oil filter and go straight out the back of the tray. So bring it up higher all the way and then lock it in. Lock it in now. And I reckon actually, hold that, when I move this, I hold it and I go like this a bit, yeah, I reckon over this way. Don't worry what we're doing, people, we're just covering our bases because I reckon that's good now, all right, go for it, have some fun.
I was just going to let it drip slowly.
Yeah, you can let it drip, but I just want to see where it goes because a couple of Toyota guys trying to figure out how to do a service on a Nissan. You never know how it's going to go. I want to have a go too. I want it to leak faster. And then boom, it falls out and splashes both of us in the face. Oh, there it is. Beautiful. We'll let that drain for a bit and then off she comes. It's going to be a happier engine with a new oil and filter, isn't it? Ready for the next trip. I told you before we even did this, it was going to run back onto the chassis a bit, but I've got to say, this is better than Toyota. At least Nissan have put in some effort to have a drain guard in the way. Isn't that right? Wouldn't you agree? Yep. Hilux, rubbish. Prado's not a problem, but that Hilux setup and plenty of other vehicles, at least they've put this in. The whole purpose of this, quite obviously, is to drain the oil away from the chassis cross member.
They've been watching K-On.
They've been watching K-On, yeah, copied K-On. I wonder what, does anyone know what year they put this on the patrols? Is it from the start or did they add it on later? That's it, mate. Off she comes. Oh, ho, ho! There it is, look at that thing there. Beautiful. We'll let it drain for a bit of oil on the new seal and the new filter goes on. Hand tight. Yeah, I can still spin an oil filter, it might have been a while, and tight as you can. All right, a bit of chit chat video. So when I do services, oil changes, oil filters, whatever, mate, it's gonna look like it came from factory. And you know what? If you watch the videos, you can copy me, do the same, and it'll be better than what you can pay top dollar for. Doesn't matter what brand it is, doesn't matter about makes and models and brands and all that sort of thing. Nice location to put the oil filter. You can see it's a assembly that bolts on, right? So they've picked location for it. Not bad at all. And I'm reviewing the guard here. Not bad. The problem is it sits a bit flat. They should have made this flat part sit down, but it works all right. You just got to spray a bit of brake cleaner up there, give it a really good wipe. Anyway, all done. And I reckon it's also worth a wash down with a degreaser and pressure washer outside, but I'm not going to do it. But if you didn't do a great enough job here, then that's what you do. How tight? As tight as you can do that, the hand's just fine. It's tight enough. Nobody needs to check it. It's just Bob's your uncle. So it's all clean. This bash plate cover can go back on. Let's drop the vehicle down. This sump plug's in already. It's nice and clean. Double check everything. If you forget, you're going to be in all sorts of trouble. Don't do it if you don't know what you're doing. I'm not telling you what you should or shouldn't do. I'm just giving you info on, you know, what I'm doing. And if you do it, you might gather some information to help you if you've decided you're going to do it. All right, let's get the oil back into it. This is my old funnel. I think it was one of my dad's old funnels. I reckon I stole that. I reckon he had it since I was a teenager. And when I moved out, I took it with me. Where's that funnel gone? Yeah, it was a good one. Fits perfect. It's just old and faded. What's that stuff you got going in? Oh yeah, the good stuff. Beautiful, beautiful.
Liquid gold.
I got it half price. I think I paid, what I paid for that? It's $40 or something each. Bargain, mate. Why pay more? Quality stuff. Look after your gear. Don't miss the hole. Thanks for pouring, by the way, with your broken thumb. Look at that gold. I just love it. Doesn't that look heaps better than the stuff that came out? When you turn the key on your engine, especially when it's cold, it's going to be so much happier with this stuff compared to that dirty stuff that was coming out the other end. Petrol engines, man, they cop a hammering. So why did we take the cover off? Well, we just want to have a look, and we thought you might want to have a look as well. So the oil's in, the cap's on, dipstick's down. We've got to run the engine and double check the oil level, but we just thought we'd have a bit of a look around, and you might have a bit of a look around. Nothing to see up here. It's just a big chunk of plastic, mate. That's your inlet. Okay. Nothing to see. It's all boring up the top side. Not even hardly any dust or debris down in there yet. Nothing to see there. I wonder how well that valley drains out if it gets water in it and stuff like that. That'd be interesting. All right, let's get the cover back on, start it up, check the oil level, and that's a wrap. This is what you get when the two best Toyota technicians in Australia try and work on a Nissan. These things actually do slide out. We weren't meant to undo those bolts. We're both going, that's stupid, isn't it? That's because we don't know what we're doing. And hey, credit where credit's due and idiot where idiot's due. Do me a favour, mate. Push that bolt, whichever way you want. I'm pushing this way, you push that. Whichever way you want, mate. That's how they come out, right? That's just slide straight over, surely, right? Do you know what I mean? I'm just discussing it here with everyone, including you people, yeah? Pull it out. And then get the other one. Yeah, pull it harder, mate. Don't be shy. Even with your sore finger. Right? Oh, you just got me in that. Oh! Grab this one out as well. Whichever way you want. Push it towards you. That's the way it's meant to go. That's it. That's how they go, right? They were just really tight because it's new. So all we're going to do is put some Molykote. So put them back in now. Call a pair of Malakas.
So what screw these in?
Yeah. Put them in the way they're meant to go. You haven't figured it out yet. So that's what I'm here for, everyone. Even a Toyota guy, eventually, maybe not straight away, eventually, will figure out how the Nissan works. And tighten those up, and Bob's your uncle. That's it, mate. Lube it up. What do you got there? What are you putting on? Let's let everyone say yes. Remember we said Molykote 111. It's got about 111 purposes. We haven't got through what all of them are yet, but one of them is for this engine cover. Because honestly, we did undo the front bolts and we push, pulled and wiggled, and it didn't feel like it wanted to come off, and we're unfamiliar with these, so we just unbolted it and went, oh yeah, and then I went, no, this can't be right. We figured it out, right? So it's all good. Bit of reverse engineering. Now see if you can figure it out. It's just like, yeah, I mean the Toyota one's a plastic clip. This is less budget than Toyota because it's actually got bolts and rubbers and probably stops a bit of vibration. That's it, exactly. And then the bolts go in the front. Hey everyone, look at that, funnily enough. All right, we're gonna tighten those up and that's a wrap. That's an oil change. You need to start the engine, run it for about 20 seconds is my recommendation, is all you need to do. Let it settle, depending on whether the oil's hot or cold. I don't know the exact specification for this engine. Like on the Toyota's 1KD, I know it's when the engine's warm, switch it off 5 minutes, level ground, check the oil level. On this one, it's probably gonna be about the same. So if the engine oil's warm, switch it off, let it settle a few minutes, check the oil level. You want it within the recommended range. And of course, it's gonna be clearly marked on the dipstick. It really shouldn't be that hard. Mine's gonna be near the top level. Bada bing, bada boom. Catch you in the next video.